Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is Chandler, the Geek Slays. Welcome back to the Scuffed Ass Podcast, episode 88. We got Wunder back again, apparently. So, that's interesting. How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. Not in a physical form, so this feels weird.
It really does. I think we've done one other podcast, me and you, that was,
Over Discord, yeah.
Yeah. We had to do one because you had COVID. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was how the tables turn, right?
See, I still don't have it.
Right, but your family has it.
Right. It's so frustrating.
How are they doing, by the way?
Fine, I think. I don't know. Kevin went elk hunting, so who knows?
Oh, well, it shows how sickly he is.
No, because the day he left and got up there, he called Rena and was like, I feel like shit. It's like, well, come home then.
Did he go high altitude or?
I think so, yeah.
Well, that probably doesn't
help, no.
having COVID-19 and then going to a higher altitude from what you're used to is probably not a good idea.
Oh, it's fine. Come on, it's fine.
But yeah.
All right, do you remember the last episode of the podcast you were on? Because I don't.
It
would have been a while ago. So I started to scroll back, and I know you weren't on those two.
I think it was like 70 something.
I think it was 77. I think it's been 11 weeks.
I was thinking 76 or 77, somewhere in there.
Because 78 and 79 were ones where I was alone. 76 was with judo. 75 was alone. Yeah, I think it was 77. Episode 77. Apparently we talked about steak and technology. That was our last conversation pieces. Because
that's a real thriller.
Oh, actually, I think that was kind of a decent episode. So Brandon, you know, our good buddy from New Hampshire. He was he's going back and watching every episode, so he started with the first episode. And he was just on like the first couple episodes we did on Mixer. Like when I didn't have my microphone set up figured out, so we were both cutting out all the goddamn time.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, this episode is just tough to listen to. I'm going to have to skip it. I'm like, that's fair.
Right. Yeah.
I just don't want to take it down because it's still part of it. I mean, it's kind of fun to go back and see how much things
shows
change.
The progression anyway, from you know,
little over a year ago to almost 2 years ago at this point, actually.
Yeah.
Getting close. I can't believe I've done this podcast as consistently as I have. I haven't missed a week. Not one. That's funny.
Do you want a medal or?
Yes, actually I do.
I got a lot of them.
Yeah, if you want to give me one. I don't have any, so, you know. If you want to share. So I don't know if you saw it, and because I know I didn't send it to you. I probably should, though. So Secret Labs put out a new chair. It's a Minecraft chair. Here, I'll send it to you over Discord.
Yeah, you told me about it.
Oh, did
I haven't looked it up, though. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll send you the link over Discord real quick. No, that's not what I wanted. Cancel. Copy. Pasty. There you go. It is intriguing. I kind of want it, but I also kind of don't want to pay $600 for it.
Right.
But it looks pretty dope. I'm not gonna
That's a
lie.
creeper.
Yeah. The back of the chair looks so good. The one reason I do really, really, really like that chair is it's one of the collab chairs that looks cool, but it's the soft weave instead of the leather.
Oh yeah, I see that.
I'm not a big leather guy. I'm big dude, and it's too fucking hot in my room. You get sweaty in leather, and it's all gross.
Yeah.
This chair breathes, so that's nice. But these chairs are different now because they no longer have the Titan and the Omega and all the different types of chair. It's just now all one chair, and you just select a size, which is
Oh,
interesting.
weird.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they changed some stuff.
Well, I probably won't need a chair for a long time.
Oh
So
no. No. I've thought about buying this chair because I like it, but I don't need a second chair right now. Like, yeah, it's cool for the, once every, at this point, 3 months that you come on the podcast. Like, cool, you'll have a comfy chair, but
right.
what good is it other than that for right now? It'd be cool if I could just set up my actual podcast set, but I don't have the room for that right now. My room's already
You don't
full
need
enough.
a bedroom. You need a living room to do that.
At this point, I just need like the shop we have. I just need
Yeah.
that building, and we'll be good. Maybe, hopefully. So I'm not 100% sure what we were going to talk about. I was trying to figure that out last night, and then suddenly it was 8 a.m. and I still hadn't been to sleep, and
Yeah, same here.
it's like, oh fuck, yeah, because we texted each other, and I was like, hey, we
Mhm.
both need to go to bed.
Yeah, because I was thinking, I'm gonna get to sleep in tomorrow, and then it's like, ah, shit.
No, I'm not. I made a deal.
Yeah.
So how's work been this week?
Oh, it's been really slow.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's been really slow for the last month. To be quite honest, I've been home usually around 1:30.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, so it's slow. Not making quite as much money, but yeah, what can you do?
Right. I mean, at this point, I don't know. Shit's weird. It's slow because your regulars are the only people who currently have jobs. And
Yeah.
all the assholes without jobs can't afford to go drink at the bar.
Mm-hmm.
They
Yeah.
want to, they just can't afford to because,
Yep, exactly. And if they do, they only come in for one instead of 12.
like what I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
normally have two, but whatever. That's not what's important here. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
What do we got? Oh,
The supply chain crisis is coming for your pizza. Uh-oh. We're going to be out of
coming for
pizza.
everything.
We're gonna be out of pizza. This isn't good. So, what do you think of how Bitcoin's doing lately, by the way?
I think it's doing great. It needs to go up. I didn't check on it today. What is it at right now?
It's up 3% today.
Okay, where's it at?
$66,043.30.
Oh shit! I'm gonna be cashing out today.
I cashed out last night and then put $50 back in and might cash it out soon. I'm pissed about it though. So the wonderful bank I have, right? So to cash out, you have to link your bank account, like with actual bank account numbers. And my bank won't let me because it doesn't exist according to Cash App. So you have to then cash out by sending it straight to your debit card, but they charge you a 5% fee for that. So I was like, that's so fucking stupid. So I started texting everyone last night, like, hey, do you use Cash App? And if they said no, I was like, okay, you don't actually have to use it, but sign up with this link, and I'd send them my invite thing so that I could get the free $15 so Cash App would pay for me to transfer the money. I wasn't losing money on that one. But yeah. I put 50 back in because I kind of want to see how high this spike goes over the next week or so. And it's like, at this point, it's like, it's $50. So if it drops and fails, meh, who cares? But, you know, if it continues to rise like I think it will, then boom, another $100 maybe. So that was at least my thought on that. But it's kind of nice. So what have you been doing lately? We haven't talked a lot, so that's probably a good thing. We got stuff we can actually rant about in our daily lives.
Be honest, not a lot. Just been working and playing pool.
Playing pool. Yeah. Interesting. You are so active. I haven't been up to much in the last week either. The last week I've just been sitting at home. COVID.
Yay.
But
So you think you're gonna get it, or?
I don't know. I really don't. If I don't have it by, I think, tomorrow, then I have to hope I don't get it.
Right, yeah, because it'll fuck everything up.
Yeah, because I finally buy a Halloween costume, and I'm not going to get to do Halloween. And then I want to go to the
This is
fucking
literally
Border
what
Wars
happened
game.
to me last year.
Yep. And then, yeah, I want to go with you and Destiny to the Border Wars game. But that's 14 days from today. So I guess for that one, I have 4 days. I guess I have until Sunday to test positive to be able to go to the game. I think, yeah, that would be 10 days. So, or no, Monday. There's 31 days in October.
Yes.
Yeah, so
okay.
I have until Monday to test positive, and if I don't test positive by Monday, take a couple showers and some bleach and go move into the camper for a couple days. Make sure I don't get it.
I did the old Celeruski of the Bitcoin.
There you go. So
I told myself 65, and I'm not going to let it dip down below 66.
right.
It'll probably go up to 70 something, but that's fine.
That's what I'm assuming, but to
I got
me,
what
it
I
was
wanted
like,
out of it.
right. I got what I wanted out of all of it, and then I was like, I'll put it back in and see what happens. This is money that I didn't really earn anyways. It's not like it's money.
Now I'm going to go to my banking app and see if it actually deposited already.
Did you do instant transfer or the
instant?
Yeah, it should have. Mine deposited. Well, mine went to the bank and was pending, but the bank would let me use the money because they see it's coming in. Like the bank hasn't, hadn't officially checked it. I actually don't think they have yet still. But they say I have the money to use. It's just still pending. I don't know why, but it's because I have a bank that only exists in Wyoming, so it's slow as shit, and they don't know what the fuck's happening. I hate it.
Right.
I hate it so much. But
Valid Glacier ID or password.
What?
What are you talking about? Like, this is literally my password.
Oh, I've had issues with that on a couple of things lately. But or issues like that, I should say. Um Oh, I still don't have any news yet on the Twitch thing I tried to sign up for. I want to say that worries me, but it's Twitch, so and it's only been like 3 days. They haven't checked their email yet. Bastards.
Right.
Oh, wait, actually, I did hear back. Never mind. Oh shit. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to make the announcement for that later, maybe. I don't know if this is something to announce or not. So you remember the Sports Accelerator thing I was telling you about? About like
Mm,
where if you make sports content for 20 hours a month on Twitch, you can uh, earn extra money and, you know, grow more because they'll promote your stream for being part of this program.
I don't remember you saying anything about that.
This would have been a while ago. Like, I found out
Oh,
about
wow.
it in May. So it was months ago
Oh, that might be.
if we talked about it. But so the reason I didn't sign up back then is I had so many questions about it. But every single Twitch streamer I talked to had never heard of the program. So it's like, okay, no one can answer stuff yet. So I was looking into it a bit more, was still confused. So I posted on Reddit and on Twitter and a couple other places. I was like, hey, if any Twitch streamers are part of this program, hit me up. And in the 3 weeks since I posted that, I got one response. Is just nobody part of this program or something? I'm so confused. But they explained to me everything I was missing, and it's like, oh shit, sweet, cool, we're good.
Huh.
And yeah,
Interesting.
so now I am going to have to let our game night crew know that I can no longer game on Sundays. Because, so basically, I don't see it here, but what I heard from the person who's actually in the program um, said that your Sports Accelerator contract basically is
Uh-huh.
3 months at a time. So at least for the next 3 months, I'm going to have to stream on Sundays reacting to football games. And then once football season's over, it'll be, I don't know, a couple new streams every week. So like Monday, maybe Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, or something stupid where I just watch basketball.
Right.
Basketball doesn't happen all at once the way football does, so I can spread it out a bit after that. But
Uh-huh.
yeah, that's exciting. I'm excited about it. That's
So what does it actually do for you again?
so. Hold on. Hello, Spencer. How you doing? Trying to read through this shit. So I'll just read this first paragraph of the thing. Welcome to the Sports Accelerator program on Twitch. Our goal in 2021 is to help more viewers discover creators who focus on sports talk. That includes podcasts, talk shows, reaction streams, sidecasts, watch alongs, news and events, draft picks, and more. It's intended to help sports affiliates grow by encouraging best practices around sports content. These tips will connect you with fellow creators and learn what resonates with your whatever. So it's basically just a boost for sports content on Twitch. Because apparently Twitch must be losing the sports content battle very bad. But
Interesting. So do people does it like direct people to your channel? specifically, or does it just
I'm guessing so
from
because
the
it's supposed
channel
to
better or
promote
something?
you more out. So I'm going to assume so. Apparently,
Huh.
so I'm gonna switch up now and real quick. Apparently, the Dolphins and the Texans could have a Deshaun Watson deal done this week.
Ooh,
What good does that do?
why?
I mean, I get it. Deshaun Watson, if he's able to play, is one of the 5 best quarterbacks in football. He is. There's no argument for that. He's one of the 5 best.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm Miami, I can't give you 3 first-round picks and 2 good players for a guy who may never play. Now, do I
Oh yeah,
know,
I don't understand their logic there.
right? Like, I get it. Tua is not great. Actually, he's really bad.
Yeah, let's be honest.
But you know what he is? He's available. He can play on Sunday,
Uh-huh.
which is better
It's gonna be like
than
having
the
the
other guy.
fucking Christian McCaffrey for a quarterback.
Pretty much. Um,
You know what's gonna piss me off? Next year's fucking fantasy shit's gonna go around. I'm not gonna pick up Christian McCaffrey. Somebody else is, and it'll be the best year he ever had.
okay. So, speaking of fantasy, I think this is interesting. So, the team I picked in our league, right? Dalvin and the
Uh-huh.
Chipmunks. I'm 3-3 right now. Kind of sucking when I thought this was going to be the best team ever. Which, to be fair, I have Lamar Jackson, who should be a top 5 fantasy quarterback. He just hasn't been.
Uh-huh.
I have Dalvin Cook, Joe Mixon, and Josh Jacobs, who should all be top 15 fantasy running backs. They haven't been. And then DeAndre Hopkins is the most bipolar player I've ever seen. CeeDee Lamb, he's clutch. He has not failed me one time. Mike Williams, best sleeper pick I ever made. I'm not expecting him to go for 30 every week, but he's gone for 35 plus more times than he's gone for less than 20. So, great pickup there. But then the team I had no confidence in, the TikTok League team, I'm 5-1.
Uh-huh.
And like every week, I'm not like winning close matches. I'm winning by 70.
Uh-huh.
That team is not better than my other one. I don't get it. Fantasy makes no goddamn sense right now.
Yeah, I'm 3-3 right now.
Yeah, we're tied. But to be fair, I think most people in that league are no longer paying attention to that league. You know, like I think most people who are in the other version of that league, like you are, aren't giving a shit about this one. Bryce, I don't think cares.
Right, yeah.
Or if he
Because right
does,
now
then
I have
damn.
3 people on my team that have buys, and I still have a 70% chance of winning.
Who are you up against?
Bryce.
Oh, are you? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I won that. Oh, my phone says Bryce has the 70% chance of winning. Oh, that's because on my end it still shows your guys who are on bye weeks in
yeah.
the
It
lineup.
hasn't updated yet.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have
I'm
1,
so
2,
fucking annoyed.
3, 4, 5. I have 6 guys on their bye week.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4 questionables, 3 injured reserves, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people with buys this week.
I got 6 on a bye in that league and 4 in the other league, and I only have 2 guys total between both leagues who are injured or questionable to play.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm disappointed, but it is what it is. Still a shot I win both leagues, so I'll take it.
I'll go see if I can find a tight end, I guess.
Well, let's see. I could trade you Kyle Pitts, but it's going to cost you.
I don't know if I have anything you would want.
I'm genuinely going to look. Like, I kind of want to see what you got. I mean, I wanted Austin Eckler once, but I know you're not giving him to me now because him and Josh Allen are the only two guys on your team who actually show up.
Yep, pretty much.
But except for last week, nobody showed up last week.
Yeah. That is.
Kittle's hurt. Dak wouldn't help. I don't want Tyreek Hill. So, I'll shoot you a trade offer. I'll do it. You're not gonna say yes, but I'll offer it.
No.
I'm gonna offer it. You can decide. You actually might like that guy better. So I'll give you that guy, and I'll give you that guy. There you go. Propose. That's either going to go very poorly or very well for both of us. I genuinely don't know which way that's going to go. But, okay, so did you see the Aaron Rodgers thing on Sunday?
I did not.
So, playing against the Bears, one of the oldest rivalries in the NFL, Rodgers ran for a touchdown, did the, it was in the State Farm commercials, the discount double check thing, but it's actually the championship belt celebration thing.
Oh, yeah.
And a bunch of Bears fans were right where he got knocked out of bounds, and they were flipping him off and screaming at him. And apparently there was a hot mic on the camera right there, because you hear Aaron Rodgers just scream out, "I own you. I still own you."
Oh,
which is
yeah,
just so
I did
good.
see something like that.
"I own you" is just so top tier. I like it.
Yeah. I don't know if I can do that trade.
Why? You need a tight end?
Yeah, but
I need a receiver. This is working out perfectly.
Yeah, but that point difference isn't going to make up for itself.
No, see, we're making this trade for this week. I only need the receiver this week. We'll swap them back next week.
Sure.
No, I'm genuinely serious. I'm kind of fucked right now. So, because of all the bye weeks and the one injury on that team.
My problem is I'm kind of fucked no matter what I do. Even if I do pick up the two guys that you gave me, I'm still fucked. So what's the difference?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I'll sit on it.
You want me to throw Matthew Stafford in there too? You can have a better quarterback for this week. I know, Dak's good, but Dak's not playing the Lions. As well. Oh, he's on a bye?
Yeah, that's what's fucking me up.
Oh, well then here, I'm changing the trade I'm offering you. Hold up. We are going to propose a trade. You give me Scary Terry and Justin Tucker, because I want Justin Tucker. Give you Daniel Carlson.
I want Justin Tucker.
The tight end you wanted, and Matthew Stafford. There you go. Good trade for you, because you'll have a quarterback this week. That's funny. It's got to be tough to not have a quarterback. I don't know. So that's 2 weeks in a row. So 2 weeks ago, I chose not to start Lamar in fantasy. I started Matthew Stafford over him. Slaughter Bobber. I don't know what that means. But I started Stafford over him. Stafford had a bad game. Lamar went for 40 points. If I would have started Lamar and like the Vikings defense over the Rams defense, I would have put up 230 something points. So last week I started Lamar, benched Stafford. Lamar played like shit. Stafford put up 35. And if I would have started Stafford, I would have put up 200 points again. It's like, God damn it. I can never get my whole team clicking at the same time, and it pisses me off. Ooh. Here's some nerd news for you. It's trending on Twitter. I don't know how true it is, but it's a rumor. Marvel Studios is reportedly developing a solo Hulk movie based around the World War Hulk comic book series.
Interesting.
So, World War Hulk, I'll tell you all about it. World. Because if I remember right, he is the most, either World War Hulk or World Breaker Hulk are the strongest version of Hulk. But the actual comic run was an event in which Hulk was banished from Earth by the Illuminati at the end of Planet Hulk when he returned to Earth. So that would be basically what just happened. Because he was on Sakaar with Thor, comes back to Earth, and then gets kicked off. That's about the same, actually. So it's exciting. I mean, that would be sick. But I don't know. I think there's a lot of setup that would have to happen before we did that. Like,
right, yeah.
Because one of the first things that happened was him going to the X-Men mansion, meeting with Professor X and doing a bunch of shit, beating several teams of the X-Men. So where's that? You know, he fights Ghost Rider. We don't have a Ghost Rider. He fights the Fantastic Four. We don't have a Fantastic Four. So, like, it's cool, but it's not set up at all yet. So unless this is like, 6, 7, 8 years down the line, I don't know if it makes sense. And if it's that far down the line, then you lose, the following of the comic book series, going from Planet Hulk, which would be basically Thor Ragnarok, because that's what it was. It wasn't just a Thor movie, it was a Thor and a Hulk movie. Like, that would be Hulk 2 as well, I think. So how do you transition from that movie to the next movie while having 10 years in between them, but them supposedly happening right after each other? I don't know how they're going to do that. There's just so much setup that needs to happen. So, I don't know. But we are getting a She-Hulk series next year, I think. So, that will probably answer more questions. But yeah. So, what did you think about the decision to go for it on 4th down on Monday night by the Bills?
I think big oof. I think I'm kind of with you on the go for it type thing. Like, I could have cared either way. Like, I would have been fine with the decision. If he'd have kicked the field goal, I'd have been fine with it. The only problem with that is the last fucking 6 drives that the, you know, before that, the Buffalo defense wasn't able to stop them. So my problem with kicking the field goal is then you go to a coin flip.
Right.
They lose the coin flip. The Titans are definitely going to take the football since they, haven't been stopped on the last freaking 6 drives straight.
Well, no, the Titans had been stopped. Derrick Henry hadn't been stopped.
Well, right, but no, it wasn't just Derrick Henry.
It was just Derrick Henry.
No. What the fuck's number 11?
AJ Brown.
Yeah, AJ Brown. That motherfucker was doing pretty good too. Because it was hand off to Derrick Henry, AJ Brown. Hand off to Derrick Henry, AJ Brown. That's pretty much the whole sequence for the last five to 6 drives against the Bills.
Right.
Grocery store this morning. You went in to see Jim. All those people. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. What are you doing?
Oh, just podcasting.
Yeah. Right over that kind. That was funny.
I don't know.
Bloody Matt.
Oh, that's funny. What the hell were you in the middle of saying? Oh. Okay. But Spencer, I'll let him know that you said something to him the minute he acknowledges that he's back. We were talking about the Bills. I'll wait to talk about that until he gets back. I was going to say something, but I lost it because I just got so confused. That was a lot happening there. I'm sorry to everyone who was having to deal with that. Okay, so there's this graphic right now that the NFL Twitter account tweeted out due to National Tight Ends Day coming up on Sunday, and said, which quarterback tight end duo are you taking? Your options are Brady and Gronk, Mahomes and Kelsey, Lamar Jackson and Mark Andrews, Phillip Rivers and Antonio Gates, Elway and Shannon Sharp, or Derek Carr and Darren Waller. Or you can pick other, but I don't know what other option you're going to take. Unless it's Matt Ryan, Tony Gonzalez, I guess.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, hello.
Okay, that was weird.
Yeah, did you just answer?
Have you been able to hear me?
No.
Oh.
I heard your mother, I think. Or I heard somebody else. So that was interesting. What just happened? What have you?
Oh.
Did you answer another phone call, dumbass?
No. Oh. My mom just pulled up with her fucking truck. I'm in my bedroom, so it connected to her truck.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, because it connected, and I just went, what the fuck? And she goes, hello. And I was like, hi. She goes, how you doing? Or what are you doing? And I was like, oh, well, we were podcasting. I don't know what's happening.
That's so annoying. It's like, why can I sit here and connect to her truck, and it's like fucking 9 miles from me? Like, this is some bullshit.
It's fucking hilarious, though. You're going to have a funny conversation with your mother in like 20 minutes. Or whenever we finish this, I don't know.
Yeah, so where did I leave off? Because I went on like a whole fucking tangent, and apparently you didn't hear any of it.
Yeah, I didn't get shit. You were talking about Josh Allen, or you were talking about the Bills, and you were talking about how if they had kicked the field goal, went to overtime, the Bills hadn't been able to stop the Titans, and then you said, I said Derrick Henry was the reason, and you were like, well, no, number 11 was pretty good too,
Right.
and that was about it.
Oh, well, yeah. So I got to talking about the sequence, and that was kind of hard to stop
Yeah.
because, the Bills they didn't know what to call for defensively because you need 7 guys to tackle Derrick Henry,
Right.
which leaves the middle open for DeAndre Hopkins. So it was just
A.J.
back
Brown.
and forth between those two.
And Julio Jones.
A.J. Brown.
Yeah.
A.J. Brown is what I meant.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, that was a really hard sequence to stop. So, I was more of a go to, play to win kind of person when it came to that. So I didn't want to go to overtime, unless we were getting the ball,
Right.
but that wasn't a
There's
guarantee.
nowhere to-
So I would rather have played to win. And it was just the play call. It's like I have confidence giving Josh Allen the football,
Yep.
I have confidence in him, but they called literally the worst play.
It's not just the play call.
The hardest play for Josh Allen to score on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
well, they just needed the first down right there. But my biggest issue was the play call's bad. Running a QB sneak when it's more than a couple inches, it was 2 yards. Why are you running at that point it's quarterback draw. But still, why are you trying to run that? But also, when you design your draw, why do you have it as a stacked O-line? You don't have receivers out wide, so it's like, I wonder what they're gonna do.
Right, exactly. That's what I said, that the Titans defense read it like, oh, he's under center. Obviously, he's going to try and sneak it.
Right.
Quote, unquote.
To me, it's give me shotgun, give me an RPO.
Right.
Or a
if
double RPO so you could hand it off to Zach Moss or Devin Singletary. I don't give a shit. They both suck. But you could if there was a hole open. And then you bootleg Josh right because running right is the best way to send a right-handed quarterback. It's easier to throw.
Yep.
And you give Diggs and Dawson Knox and maybe Cole Beasley different routes. You put Diggs in the end zone. You put Dawson Knox basically a foot past the first down marker, and you put Cole Beasley wherever the fuck he wants to be. So you have options.
Well, a foot past the first down marker would have been in the end zone pretty much. So.
Oh, would it have been? I can't remember, honestly.
Yeah, it was literally, the first down was literally the 1 yard line.
Oh, gotcha.
So.
But you could have done so much better. It's not that hard to draw up a decent play.
Oh, yeah, and that gives Josh more options. So you have the option to look, oh, this guy's open, or oh, they're all covered. I can race for the pylon, basically.
Right.
And at that point, you got Josh Allen facing
a DB,
maybe a DB of some
speed.
sort versus people who are larger than he is or same size. Josh Allen has a better chance of running through or, falling through a DB versus a person who is, the same size as he is.
Right. Yeah. And then,
Josh Allen's a big boy, so.
Yo, what's up, Zach? How you doing today, my guy? Also, Spencer said Wunder. While I was in the truck, apparently.
Oh.
When I randomly got transported to a truck.
Yeah, it's funny. That's happened before. Destiny and I, we'd be talking on the phone when Destiny was working at Wheeland.
Yeah.
And she'd be driving. Well, she passed my mother. My mother wasn't able to cross the railroad tracks to hit that side road to go to the Highway 26.
Yeah.
And so she drove by, and all of a sudden we couldn't hear each other. And I was like, what the hell is going on or whatever? And I couldn't hear my mother.
Oh.
But then we recalled each other, and Destiny's like, yeah, apparently I was talking to your mother or something like that. I was like, oh, you must have passed her, and I connected to her truck.
That's
or
weird.
She connected to, because Destiny's phone is connected to my mother's truck as well. So Destiny's phone connected to.
Right. My phone's connected to your mother's truck.
Yeah.
Did you see that Vikes Lions ending a few weeks ago? Of course I did. What do you think this is? But
He's a Vikings fan. Of course, that's the one game he's definitely going to watch.
yeah, that's the one game I can promise you I'm going to know what's going on. That and probably Broncos games because they're on every TV here.
Uh-huh.
Like for Vikings games, I have to. Normally, I don't get to watch them the day of. I have to wait until they air on NFL Network, which is normally at like 2 a.m. So it just records them, and then I get to go watch them the next day or whatever. And that's
Right.
normally what I do because I want to know everything I can about the Vikings games. And that's why I'm so pissed about so many of them. The Browns game
At least they
especially.
squeezed off a win.
The Browns game, though, they should have easily won, but the refs were so goddamn bad.
Dude, all of the refs are fucking bad this year.
Yeah, I know. It's so bad. The refs aren't getting a single thing right this year, and it's terrible. I mean, shit, the refs screwed us out of the Bengals game and the Browns game. Pieces of shit. Oh, yeah. So, I think I found your new favorite restaurant.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because you're you. In-N-Out Burger. So California, I don't know if it's all of California or if it was just San Francisco, but there's a vaccine mandate.
Uh-huh.
I know a streaming site that shows games live. There are lots of them, but normally I just watch Red Zone so I can catch more games, and then I go back and watch the games that mattered to me later in full. Because, like, I'm sorry, I don't care enough to go watch the Falcons-Jets game. I really don't. They both suck. That's all that matters. But, so In-N-Out Burger, they're one restaurant in San Francisco. They closed it yesterday. Because In-N-Out refused to force their employees to check people for vaccination cards. California has a mandate for vaccines, apparently.
Uh-huh.
And In-N-Out's like, it's not our employees' job to babysit other people. That's not their job. Which,
Right.
fair. They're not doctors. They are fast food workers. Best paid fast food workers in the world, but they're fast food workers.
Mm-hmm.
No, to be a manager at In-N-Out, you make like $250K. Like, In-N-Out pays very well. Probably because it sells so well. I just love that they pay so well, but also to get like a burger, fries, and a shake is like $6. Great. I love it. That's why In-N-Out is such top tier to me. It's not that it's the best burger in the world. It's that the company seems great, you know? Worth supporting. But, yeah. Why would you try to force your employees to check vaccination cards for a restaurant? I guess the rule is in California you have to be vaccinated to eat in the restaurant, which is weird. Like, it's a restaurant. People are gonna eat. There's also not a vaccine requirement for the workers. So it's like the people cooking my food don't have to be vaccinated, but to eat it, I do. That's weird. That's weird to me.
Yeah, none of this makes any sense to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's so much double standard out there that's just it doesn't
Nobody
make any
knows what
sense.
the fuck's going on anymore. Everybody's just making up their own bullshit nowadays.
Anyway, so you know Rob from the Corner Mart, right? Robert.
From like the
High Spit Stop.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Apparently he passed away
Really?
day before yesterday. Yeah.
Due to
It's
COVID? Or
it's being marked down as COVID-19, but that's not how he died. But he was getting over COVID. But I guess Monday morning, I think it was Monday morning, he woke up, wasn't feeling well. They took him to the hospital, and he passed away shortly after.
if he had COVID, then what? How would that not be from COVID?
He died from blood clots.
which
He was,
which are a
Yeah.
ooh. Are they? Okay. Hold on. Sorry, I'm Googling something. No, that could still be just a COVID thing. COVID does cause blood clots. Or can cause blood clots, I should say. It doesn't always, but it can. So.
right.
But, damn.
But he was also vaccinated. So that's interesting.
Right. So, here's something interesting that might sound cool to you, maybe. I haven't done any research on it at all. I watched one video and then just got a link to an article about it. So NZXT, they're a computer component manufacturing company. They make cases, motherboards, coolers. I think that's it. I think that's all of it. But they also have the NZXT BLD program, which when it started was supposed to just be like a pre-built gaming PC company like Alienware, but instead of using proprietary parts that you can't replace or that you can't upgrade with stuff in the future, NZXT's build program just bought like the same motherboard you would have bought off a shelf at Micro Center is the type of thing they put in there. It's all consumer parts, none of it's proprietary, so you can upgrade it later or whatever. NZXT, though, in the last couple of days announced the build kit. So instead of them building it for you, they will gather all the parts. They will hold the warranty for everything. So instead of like, for my computer, if my motherboard dies, I got to contact Gigabyte. Or if my graphics card dies, I have to contact Asus. If my CPU dies, I got to contact Intel. RAM dies, got to contact G-Skill. You know, that type of thing.
Right.
Whereas with this program, you would still be building it. You get all the parts. You get all the experience of learning how to build it. That way you know how to replace stuff in the future. But all the warranty stuff, all of everything is handled straight through NZXT, which is super cool. They're allowing, like, they're going to teach people how to build computers. The manual that they send is actually shockingly great as well. But, yeah, so NZXT's new build kits are designed to hold your hand through the entire process of building a PC. Each kit comes with a box filled with clearly labeled parts that are guaranteed to join together into a working gaming PC. Includes the case, motherboard, CPU, storage, memory, power supply, video card, cooling fans, and a copy of Windows 11. Like, they pre-install it on the SSD, so you don't have to worry about buying a flash drive, downloading a version of Windows, booting into Windows properly. You wouldn't have to worry about that, which is dope. It genuinely sounds like a really cool program. Does it mean anything to someone like me who's built computers before? Not even a little bit. But for anybody who hasn't built a computer, it's kind of dope.
Good learning process.
So,
good way to learn.
Apparently, the two options for the build kits, at least for right now, is the Starter Pro and the Streamer bundle, which, so the Starter Pro, I kind of want to see how badly priced this is. It's $1,400. It's got an Intel Core i5 11400F. Interesting. But it has a 3060 Ti, 16 gigs of RAM. That's not bad at all, actually. I don't love the CPU choice, but it's not bad. I'm very shocked at the motherboard they're sending out. NZXT, you do realize you make motherboards, right? So why are you shipping out an ASRock board? Your motherboards look nicer. What the fuck? That's so stupid. Oh yeah, I make clothes, but when I send out free gifts to people, I don't send them the clothes I make. What the fuck? That's so stupid. The other one also doesn't come with an NZXT board, but it's a Ryzen 5 5600X and a 3060 Ti. That one's better. That one's better. It's $1,600 and that one's better. That one's so much better. The CPU is so much better. And that's all that really matters. You're still getting a nice graphics card. Well, Wunder, I might know where we're going to look when you are ready to PC. And then this other one is... Wait, why is this one so much more expensive? What changed? So this one's $1,800, but it's also a Ryzen 5 5600X and a 3060 Ti. And slower RAM. What? Who's paying for this? What? The same SSD, same... It's a liquid cooler and a slightly higher wattage power supply for no reason? That's stupid. Don't buy that. Don't buy the streaming plus
They're
PC.
trying to sucker people into, people that don't know what they're doing into buying it.
Wait. It has the exact same spec list, but is... Oh, whoa. Oh, that is a very different computer. Hold on. Oh, this is not a build kit. That's just... Never mind, that wasn't one of the build ones. That was an actual pre-built that you just buy. I was like, that, I guess, makes a little more sense. Because it is just the same. It's already built. And it's already, yeah, that makes more sense. Because, yeah, I clicked on a different thing, and I was like, whoa, what the fuck? Since when can you get a 5800X and a 3080 Ti? I want that one. That's a $2,900. I'm intrigued. That's not bad. I don't think. Let's go to PC part picker. There was a 5800X. That's all I'm gonna look at. It's just CPU and GPU and tell you if it's super overpriced. So that would be $1,200. So you're spending $1,700 on the rest of that computer, which is only a 1 terabyte SSD, 32 gigs of RAM, but it's only 3,000 megahertz. Okay, it's a worse deal than I thought. Also, why are you... Oh, God. NZXT. Please, do better. You're really shipping a top-of-the-line CPU with a 3-generation-old motherboard? Are you fucking kidding me? You want to charge me $3,000 for a motherboard older than the one in my computer? Really? Fuck off. Oh, that one's bad. That one's not good. The actual build, the 2 build kits that they're actually doing look really nice. That pre-built system, please don't buy that. Anyone listening to this, please don't buy that. God damn. I do love, though, the two, like, when you're looking at PC parts, the 2 most expensive, unless you're stupid, are always going to be your CPU and your GPU. And by unless you're stupid, I mean, yeah, you could buy a 4 terabyte SSD that's super fast and fits in the little M.2 slot. Well, I don't know why you would, though, because that's, $1,300, where you can buy an 8 terabyte SSD that doesn't fit on that spot on the motherboard for like $500. So I don't know why you'd do it the other way. It looks a little better. You don't have to cable as much. But why do you want to pay more than double for the same fucking thing?
Right.
Sorry, I'm talking about computers and you're confused.
Well, I'm keeping up. You've talked about computers enough around me that I understand what the fuck's going on. But, it's just, what am I going to say that you haven't said already?
Right. So are you doing picks this week at the bar? Did you already do them?
I have not. I usually wait till
Today?
tomorrow.
Oh.
Or today.
I don't want people to know this, but for the Thursday night game, pick Denver to beat Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb, and Baker Mayfield are not playing. The Browns are going to lose. It's Case Keenum, a running back that I've never heard of, and also probably no Odell Beckham. So the Browns are shot this week. I think the Broncos are going to march through that one easily. At least that's my
I'll
thought.
keep that in mind.
Yeah, the injuries are the biggest, thing. It's like, are the Browns a better team? Yeah. But is Case Keenum better than Teddy Bridgewater? No. But it's also tough because the Browns' defensive line is very good and the Broncos' offensive line is very bad. So,
Yeah.
But I just don't know where the Browns are going to get points. The Broncos' defense is also very good, and Case Keenum hasn't played a football game in like 3 years. So, and the last time he did, it was for the Broncos. The battle of former Vikings QBs on Thursday Night Football. You love to see it. But, so was there anything you wanted to chat about a little bit today?
Not really. I mean, I brought up the COVID thing for a second, but that was pretty much it.
Yeah. COVID's weird. Apparently the power plant is officially mandating the vaccine.
Oh.
Which is expected based off the mandate the government put out anyways, saying, you either have to be vaccinated or you have to test, I think, 2 or 3 times a week? So
it's once a week, but...
Oh, is it? Is it just once? I thought it was 2.
Yeah.
I thought it was 2, my bad. But still, if you're the company, do you want to pay for, I don't know how many people work at the power plant. Let's say 500 people.
Not that much.
Just stop. Do you want to pay for 500 people to go get tested every week? Or do you just want to tell them, go get the vaccine and stop?
Yeah, I bet Kevin's not too impressed about that one.
I have no idea. I don't know if he knows yet, but again,
well, they got a labor position open again, and I don't think I'm going to apply this time
because of that.
Because I'm not getting vaccinated.
Okay. But again, I have to keep saying this because people are stupid. That is a choice you are making. I don't like this. Well, they don't have a choice. You absolutely do have a choice. Kevin has a choice. Get vaccinated or find a different job. You do have a choice. Just because you don't like the options doesn't mean you don't have choices. It just means you don't like your choices. Welcome to life.
Right. Yeah.
Not everything's going to go your way. You do have a choice. And if you choose not to get vaccinated, you don't get a bitch about your employer.
Right. I just don't like the fact that it was more of a government motivated thing than anything else.
Right. If it was just employers, I'm sorry, you can't say anything about it.
Right. But now it's, and it isn't just employers now, because the government's literally said, if you don't comply with this, it's a $14,000 fine every offense.
Yeah. What I was saying, though, was if it was just employers, like if it was just the power plant saying you're going to do this.
The power plant just went, hey, we decided we want to do this. And the government had not said anything about, basically threatening businesses into,
Yeah, I don't love that.
Then I would have been less upset about it.
Or it's like, for me, if I was making more money and could just afford to pay you to play video games whenever the hell I wanted you to and to be on the podcast and stuff. And I said, if you want me to keep paying you, you got to be vaccinated so we can meet in person and go on trips and stuff.
Right.
You either get vaccinated or you no longer get paid to do the shit, you know?
Right. Yeah.
And
yeah, I'm upset with why are we not acknowledging the fact that natural immunity is a thing?
Because it's really not.
Because it really is.
No.
It is.
Yeah, for 90 days after you're exposed to COVID.
You're 7 times more protected than the person who gets a vaccination. If
Where
you
the
naturally
fuck is that
got it,
stat come from?
You can look it up. I'm pretty sure that one's a known thing. But the thing about the vaccine is they aren't working. They're not working.
Except they are.
That's why you have to get a booster shot every 6 months. Yeah, that tells me it's really
just
working.
The same fucking thing you have to do with the flu, the other viral disease that we have vaccines for.
That's why I'm so annoyed that we are calling it a vaccine. It is not a vaccine.
Why the flu vaccine's called a vaccine? I just think you don't understand what a vaccine is.
It's not a vaccine anyway. It's more of an immune booster or something like that. It's not a vaccine.
So, but it is a vaccine.
Because diseases and viruses are different.
Yes, they are. And vaccines for viruses are different than vaccines for diseases. Vaccines for diseases kill the disease. Vaccines for viruses teach your body how to fight the virus.
Right.
That's the difference. It is still a vaccine. People just don't understand what the fuck a vaccine is. But it's just like the flu vaccine. There's not much difference.
Right. But I'm just saying that the vaccine isn't working as well as it should.
I mean, does the flu vaccine work as well as it should, though?
Well, there's a reason I haven't gotten the flu vaccine since
we were required to in high school.
Yeah, pretty much. Actually, in high school, I only got it once, and it was my freshman year.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I've only had the flu vaccine twice in my entire life, and both times I had the worst fucking flu I'd ever had in my life. You know what? I have not had the flu since then. The last time I had the flu was the fucking time I got vaccinated, so apparently it did the opposite. It did not help me out.
Okay, but to be fair, we also don't do that much. Like, it's tough to say. Well, I haven't had the flu in years. I also leave my house once every 2 weeks. It's tough to get the flu that way.
Well, you and me are a little bit different. I'm out of the house all the time. So
now, think back literally a year ago. You didn't leave the house almost ever. We literally played video games for 14 hours a day every day.
Literally, we'd go to town. I would go to town every other day. I have Destiny. You remember that? We'd go to the movie theaters all the time. We're going to Bluffs all the time.
Okay, but think about it.
Walmart all the time. That's the worst place to pick up the fucking flu.
No, the worst place to pick up the flu is a fucking school.
Well, that too.
Because children are fucking disgusting.
I also went to the college all the time and played at the gymnasium, and also went to the weight room, which that shit's freaking nasty.
Okay. So, but actual data proves that the vaccines are very helpful. People just don't want to acknowledge it. And so Pat, Kevin's mother, got COVID. She's vaccinated. She's also 70-something years old, overweight with other health problems. The only reason she went to the hospital was because she didn't feel right and wanted to make sure everything was okay, which is the smart thing to do. You know,
right.
if you feel, not right and are struggling to breathe, just go to the fucking hospital. But, 75-year-old, overweight, other health issues woman deals with COVID and doesn't even have to go on a ventilator. I think that's proof that the vaccine helped. Her body was able to fight it better than it would have if she didn't have the vaccine. 100%.
Well, that we know of anyway.
No, 100%.
like, and I'm not saying that the vaccine isn't helpful for some people, but I'm just saying that it's not helping like it should be, you know.
I think we
And
are.
and I think it's causing a lot of problems for some people too.
I think the biggest thing with it all is people are just stupid, and they expected this vaccine to completely eradicate COVID. But even if it did that, 50% of the dumb fucks out there wouldn't go get it anyways.
Right. Well, and my thing is look at the flu. The flu has been here every year, every year, every year, every year. It doesn't go away. Even
Right.
though you have the flu vaccine and like 90% of the population takes the flu vaccine,
Right.
the flu still does not go away. It's a virus
Right.
because the vaccine does not kill off the virus.
It
And
just teaches
actually,
you how to fight it and hopefully not die.
Right. Right. But by doing that, we are actually making the flu more severe every single year, slightly, because it teaches your body how to fight off that variant. Well, the virus mutates from year to year, and the virus that is carried on to the next year is the stronger. It mutates and it becomes. You'll have stronger viral. And you're weaker. Well, your body was taught to fight off the strand from the year before, or they make a guess on what the strand is going to mutate into. So basically, it's a guess on, okay, this is what we think the virus is going to look like this year. So, everybody take this shot. Well, all it's doing is causing this virus to be stronger every single year because you're allowing the stronger part of the strand of the virus to live on. Versus a disease where you're actually killing it off, or if you were to have a natural immunity to that virus because your body kills that virus off that way.
But that's also why the COVID vaccine is technically, right now, more effective than the flu vaccine. Depending on which version you get. The Johnson & Johnson one is less effective than me peeing in your blood, but whatever. Don't get Johnson & Johnson. We don't like them around here. But the mRNA vaccines, that's what's different about them. That's why they are more effective against the viruses than, the Johnson & Johnson or a regular flu shot. Because the flu shot is putting dead flu cells into your body to teach your body how to fight it. But each flu cell is different because it's not just attacking, the protein or whatever. It's attacking the thing as a whole. So if it's different, your body doesn't know how to attack it. Whereas with mRNA, it's teaching your body to fight the protein.
Right.
It's teaching your body how to kill that protein. So no matter how many variants there are, will it be less effective? Maybe. But it's still able to teach your body, hey, that's bad, attack that. Because it's the protein, not the entire thing. Not the entire cell. It's just the protein. The protein will never change. Because if the protein is different, it's no longer COVID, it's something else.
Right.
That's why mRNA is so cool. We'll see, though, if this starts to get used.
Well, it could still be coronavirus. It's just not COVID-19. It would be a different type of coronavirus.
Which would be a whole different thing.
Right.
Like, it wouldn't be COVID-19. It would be something else. Which, no shit, your vaccine's not going to protect you from a different type of virus. The flu vaccine's not going to stop COVID.
Yeah.
The COVID vaccine's not going to stop the flu.
I've been sick with the COVID. It's been a year since I've had it. I've not contracted it again.
Right.
And I've been told that, oh, well, you only are, have natural immunity for a couple months. That's not the case. I mean,
no, that
on my
is the
birthday,
case.
I literally shared a drink with somebody who...
Just because you're different doesn't mean anything.
All right. I'm not saying everybody's immunities are going to be good,
but you just did. You said they say the immunity only lasts a couple months, which is false. Because really, you're going to compare yourself, who you already have a better immune system than most people, anyways. So just because
the immune
you're
system
different,
is there for a reason. Unless you don't have an immune system at all, which some people don't, like my uncle.
right?
He has hepatitis and stuff like that. So due to, Vietnam.
Or a weaker immune system, or there's lots of things.
Yeah. There's a lot of factors that contribute, but for healthy people, they're just like, no, you still got to get the vaccine, even though you've had it, and most likely are more, protected against COVID than the people who have vaccines. And, I just don't understand why they refuse to acknowledge that. Like this, for years and years and years, this is just basic knowledge that, hey, your immune system is there for this very reason. To, you get sick, your body fights it off, your immune system remembers, hey, we don't like this shit. If it enters our body again, kill it. That's how your immune system works.
Yeah, and that's how the vaccine works. That's what it's teaching your body.
Right. Well,
I'm
just saying.
To me, if you didn't have COVID yet, like if you'd never had COVID,
right,
get the vaccine.
Exactly, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, why do we refuse to acknowledge that healthy people who have already had the fucking COVID-19 are probably just as protected as the people who have the vaccine?
Because that's not
who haven't had it
100%
and had the
accurate.
vaccine.
We've had a ton of healthy people have had COVID more than once. A ton. Because it can happen.
Right, it can happen.
Honestly, maybe you did have COVID
with the vaccine.
Yeah, right. But maybe you did have COVID. Maybe you got it a second time and just didn't know because your body knows how to fight it off better.
Exactly. But that's the thing, though. What's the difference between my immunity versus the vaccine's immunity? The vaccine, you can still, right now, 60% of the people who have died in the hospitals are fully vaccinated fucking people.
That's way fucking false.
Okay, that might have been a little high, but people who are still dying left and right. And not just around the world, but in this area, people who are fully vaccinated are not, are dying or have almost died or have been in the hospital for 3 fucking months because, the vaccine did not work for them. I just don't think that it's fair to say that, oh, you're more protected with the vaccine than you are the natural immunity.
So here,
for healthy people.
Let me
for
tell
unhealthy
you how.
People, that's different.
Let me tell you how you're way off, Mr. 60%. So we all acknowledge American media sucks. So
right.
I'm going off Britain because nobody ever complains about Britain. So out of more than 51,000 COVID deaths in England between January and July of 2021, 256 people died after having 2 doses of the vaccine. What's that percentage? 256 divided by 51,000. That is a 0.005% chance. 0.005. So not 60%.
Right.
0.005.
So they say you're
over-exaggeration.
11 times more likely to die from COVID if you have not had the vaccine.
Yeah.
Which takes you from a 99 point.
You really can't, Spence. If you talk to Wunder, you end up talking about COVID at some point. To be fair, it's because I currently am stuck at home with it. That's why he's not here. So,
Yeah,
I don't have COVID, but family does.
So they say that you're 11 times more likely to die from COVID-19 if you're not vaccinated, so that takes you from a 99.998 to a 99.997. Ooh.
I don't.
Which in a if you look at 1 billion people, that's still quite a few people, but why did we not take the flu this seriously then? Like,
we did. That's why we have a vaccine that people get every year. Smart guy. The flu already did this.
Doesn't seem to happen. Just doesn't seem to help too much because the flu is around worse and worse every single fucking year. Except for last year, for some reason, the flu was non-existent.
That's fair. So my thing with that is, because I'm not going to argue it both ways, It's what? There was an article coming out of the UK like a month ago that previously having COVID is better against COVID than the vaccine. Show me the article. I don't want. This is the thing I'm sick of hearing. Do not tell me, oh, well, I read a thing, and then not show me it. Show me it. Show me the article. So 48% of adults get the flu vaccine. So yeah, no shit, the flu still runs wild. 51% of 63.8% of children between 6 months and 18 years old have a 63.8% vaccination rate for the flu. So that's why 50% of the population gets the flu vaccine. So 50% are going to get the flu. That's why. And if you look at like our area of the world, what, 12 people get the flu vaccine? So yeah, the flu's going to run rampant through here. That's kind of how that
here?
goes.
In Wyoming, fucking a lot of people get the flu vaccine.
Literally every person I've ever talked to says that they don't get the flu vaccine.
A lot of the older people around this area get the vaccine, that's for sure.
Well, yeah, because you're older. You're scared.
But there are quite a few people in, because they actually bring people to the school to, if you want your flu shot, you can get it. If you don't want it, that's fine. You don't, But I don't understand why I'm such a bad person for not wanting the vaccine. If the vaccine works and it's effective and it's safe and you're protected against COVID-19, why the fuck are you so worried about me?
So, real quick, I found a science.org article. It says the natural immune protection that develops after SARS-CoV-2 infection offers considerably more of a shield against the Delta variant of coronavirus than 2 doses of Pfizer, according to a large Israeli study that some scientists wish came with a "Don't try this at home" label. The newly released data shows people who once had COVID were much less likely than never infected vaccinated people to get the Delta variants, develop symptoms from it, or become hospitalized. Fair enough, I guess. I hate when they So this is the full article. They don't actually publish the data. So, like, don't just tell me, yeah, it's more likely. Because you know what more likely is? 50.00001% means that you're better off, technically, by 0.00001%. It is, better. What's the actual data? Is it a considerable difference? Is it the same? Is it barely better? I
just don't like that whenever anybody tries to bring that idea up, it's shut down. Nope. You need to get the vaccine. Nope, just get the vaccine. Why not look into it, or
The issue is people will look into
the scientific thing.
Yeah, but no, because I don't trust any of you fucking idiots. Not you or Spence. I just mean people in general. I don't trust 90% of them to figure out how the fuck to use Google. They don't even know how to turn on their computer. How are you going to trust them to do actual research? Because listen to anyone that you talk to in public that has an opinion about COVID. Right. They're fucking stupid.
Well, I'm not talking about just random ass fucking. I'm talking people who are virologists,
right. But what I'm saying is these people are doing their own research and spreading misinformation that then gets believed by anyone else who hears it because they're too stupid to figure out how to do research for themselves.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll never understand the whole. I've got the vaccine. I'm protected. I'm safe. You know, I can rejoin society. Yay! Oh, but John over there hasn't had the vaccine. I'm scared for my life.
yeah, because
He has to get the vaccine.
because people like the John you're saying is like someone we know, right? Where they'll have COVID, but they won't tell you. They'll invite you to hang out, and then 2 days later, they'll text you and be like, "Oh yeah, I had COVID, by the way. So, sorry if that fucking kills you." That's why it's an issue. That's why I want people to go get the vaccine.
You're vaccinated,
is because
right?
you're a cunt.
Vaccinated.
So many people are
No, you're
cunts.
vaccinated. So you shouldn't have to worry about COVID. You're vaccinated. You're much more protected than John is.
Sure.
Why are you so upset?
Because I can still get COVID. Or what happens if...
Oh, you can still get it. Just like the people who...
Okay.
That's just, I don't understand
hey, dumb
that.
fuck,
Like,
I've already acknowledged this. Stop being a stupid cunt. Okay? I get it. Yes, you can still get COVID. You can spread COVID. If you have the vaccine, I can give... Like, if I have the vaccine, I can not have symptoms of COVID and give it to people. Fuck, maybe right now that's what happens. Maybe I'm one of the lucky assholes who's just a carrier of COVID. Like, I don't actually get the symptoms, I just carry it.
My whole thing is it's just another flu. You know?
Except more deadly.
If the people want to take the risk, and if they die from not getting the vaccine and they took the risk and they got sick and they died from it, that was their choice. Just like the flu. I choose not to get the flu vaccine. If I get the flu and I die from the flu, that's on me.
Except the issue is COVID is deadlier than the flu, and your choice affects other people. That's the biggest thing, is everybody only gives a shit about themselves at this point. You don't care that you not getting vaccinated or you going out with COVID could kill everybody else. All you care about is, well, my precious freedom. Shut the fuck up.
No, it doesn't make any sense. If everybody in the world right now was vaccinated, COVID-19 would still spread.
Sure.
It would still be here.
Sure.
People would still die.
A lot less people.
The people who are dying are the people who are making the decision to not get the COVID vaccine. So why the fuck do people who are vaccinated give a shit? In their eyes, it's just people who...
Oh, because caring about other humans is apparently a bad thing. Me saying, hey, maybe don't die, you dumb piece of shit.
Well,
that makes me a bad person.
For them, but if they made the decision that, hey, I don't want to get vaccinated, then that's on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's on them.
But
you have the freedom to your own health. It's no different than me going and eating fucking, fast food every single day versus eating healthy. Or you smoking every single day versus not smoking.
My actual biggest
decision. thing. Do you want me to show up to your house and destroy every carton of cigarette in your house?
So why is this vaccine the only one that matters? Like, why is this vaccine the only one that being mandated is a problem for? There are literally dozens of other vaccines that are mandated in the U.S. Why does this one...
For diseases, not viruses.
I don't give a shit.
I do, because the diseases you're actually killing off completely. You are getting rid of that completely. With these viral vaccines, you are not getting rid of it. You're not doing much except saving. You're saving people, some people, but you're not getting rid of it. Like polio, we pretty much gotten rid of polio because you're killing it completely off. If polio was more of a viral thing, polio would be around just like the flu and just like COVID-19.
Okay. Actually, mandated vaccines in the U.S. Oh God, that is a terrible website. Jesus Christ. I hate clicking on websites haven't
that's
been
one thing that I
updated
hate
since
is
1992.
yeah. So that's the one thing I fucking hate about researching is the amount of retarded fucking websites
Yep.
out there.
Yep.
We want to ban anything or mandate anything. How about we mandate, factual information,
Right.
including with our news outlets and shit? Want to do anything? How about we do that?
Hey, buddy. Just to let you know, chickenpox, mandated vaccine. Chickenpox is a virus, and it's mandated across the entire U.S. So maybe
and
stop.
the chicken pox is still rampant. Every fucking child that's ever existed nearly
my issue
has
is
had chicken
why
pox.
is it a bad thing to mandate the COVID vaccine? But it's fine to have the mandate on chickenpox. That's fine.
Well, because those vaccines I'm more comfortable with those vaccines because they've been around a long time. I know it's going to be, that I'm not going to die from this vaccine, or I'm not going to have heart inflammation, or I'm not going to have blood clots, or I'm not going to have
Actually, you could.
palsy for some fucking reason.
Side effects of the chickenpox vaccine. Let's just go over this.
I'm aware every vaccine out there is going to have a possibility of.
I almost said some dumb shit. So I looked at the wrong thing. I looked at, it said people should not get the chickenpox vaccine if they have tuberculosis. I totally thought that a side effect of the chickenpox vaccine for a second there was tuberculosis. I was like, what the fuck?
Wait a minute. I don't know if I like this vaccine.
Yeah, the bigger problem here. We're giving this to children.
The COVID vaccine. Why are we giving children the chickenpox vaccine?
So
weird part is I'm not vaccinated for chickenpox. This must be a newer mandate or something.
No, to go to school you had to be vaccinated for chickenpox. You are not allowed in a school in the U.S. without the chickenpox vaccine. You know how I know? So you know how I know? I had to get it 4 times.
Oh.
Because the school just kept telling me I didn't have it. So I had to keep getting it. 4 years in a row, I had to go get the chickenpox vaccine, even though I had already had it. So, if I ever get chickenpox, I'm gonna freak the fuck out.
Well, apparently, I've been vaccinated with it. If you say that it was mandatory,
so when you normally get vaccinated with it when you're very young, so you just wouldn't remember.
Well, I just don't remember it.
Yeah, just like most things. Hep C, all the other
chickenpox.
Oh, did you?
Oh yeah. Yes, I did.
That also could be why you might not have got the vaccine because you had chickenpox. Because if you catch it, you don't get the vaccine.
Well, I went to school for quite a while before I caught I was in first grade when I got fucking chickenpox. So.
Okay, so hold on. Spencer's saying stuff. So why are doctors losing their jobs because they refuse to get it? Because okay, not every doctor knows everything. Just because your family physician says, I'm a little scared of the COVID vaccine. What the fuck does he know? He had the easiest job in college. To become a regular, family physician, not hard. He's not an expert when it comes to vaccines. That's not how that works. Not every doctor knows everything. You
know what's crazy to me?
The doctors who do surgery on your knee don't know about COVID. That's not how that works.
Right. You know what's crazy to me? It kind of pisses me off a little bit. So the people who are pushing for these vaccine mandates and all that shit, guess who's exempt from having to get them?
Who?
The people who are pushing for the vaccine mandates, the government is exempt from getting the COVID-19. Yes, they are. Literally look it up. Congress in particular is exempt from COVID-19 vaccines and other government positions, including the people who have made the vaccine, do not have to get the vaccine.
No, because the mandate is all federal workers must be vaccinated within the next couple of weeks.
Federal workers, but look up Congress.
Congress is federal. Okay.
No, different. So your military is different from Congress.
They're both government employees, dude.
I'm telling you, dude.
I'm telling you, dude, you looked at something on Facebook and don't actually know what's going on.
No. I'm going to look it up now.
Hold on. I'm looking it up also. Your comments are a little delayed, Spencer, and I'm just being slow at answering them because me and Wunder keep yelling at each other. It's so hard to do research about COVID when two virus protection doctors can have two different opinions. Most of the time, the people who have differing opinions who are claiming to be doctors aren't viral specialists. The one guy who's everybody is using as, look at this virus specialist who's talking about this, isn't a virus specialist. He's not even a medical doctor, but because he has doctor in his name, you all are believing him. The COVID vaccine is very undertested. No, it's not. It had the same testing as everything else. My chickenpox vaccine was hang out with friends when he had them, so now I'm immune, I believe. Yep, but you will also probably get shingles when you're older.
Then you got to worry about shingles, which there's a vaccine for that too.
I don't have to worry about it, but it's weird. It's like getting antibodies works better than vaccines. Not always. But also, that's what vaccines do. They create the antibodies so that you don't have to deal with the sickness. Oh, actually, Biden exempted Congress from his vaccination mandate. Interesting.
See what I mean? Kind of double standard bullshit is that? Oh, you guys have to get it, but we don't have to.
Welcome to the fucking government. They don't pay taxes either. Sit down.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
yep,
actually, hold on. Wait. Hold on.
But
stop. Let me read this fucking article because you're wrong. I didn't finish the article. So outrage ensued online when Joe Biden announced a strict set of federal vaccine requirements in a continued effort to stop the spread of COVID-19. But some say the president is picking and choosing who has to abide by the rules. Shocker. Biden exempted Congress, staff too, from his vaccination mandate. The federal government doesn't have to abide by the mandates set by the federal government. This is why Americans have disdain for the swamp. That was just an Instagram post from some random dude. The claim is false. Biden's vaccine requirements were issued in the form of an executive order, directives that apply only to the executive. Oh, actually, no. I'm so confused.
Well, no. What they're saying is that Biden cannot mandate for the federal employees or for Congress and them to get the vaccine because of a certain law.
Yeah, Biden's vaccine requirements were issued in an executive order, directives that apply only to the executive branch. Congress is legislative and thus not subject to the order. So it's not picking and choosing. It's how our government works.
Right. But
so I don't get it. I don't get people.
I also find it weird is that the people who some of the people who have made or are part of the people who have made the vaccine have chosen not to get it. Which I found strange.
Who made COVID?
They were on
Gonna see if that's real or if you are. Okay. I don't see anything about the people. Actually, I'm guessing you're talking about Pfizer's CEO because it's the only one that I found that even pops up.
Maybe. I don't know. This was a while ago.
The
And
claim,
they may have been vaccinated now, but
yeah,
I don't
this
know.
was on March 26th of 2021, this article. And the claim is that the CEO of Pfizer refuses to get the COVID vaccine. That's false. He received both doses back in March. So unless there's somebody else.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't.
But I don't
this
see
one
that.
I'm not so sure on. I'm
gonna go with that's false.
Why I kind of asked it as more of a question than.
I thought you were just saying, well, why do the people who make it refuse? It's like, well, according to what I'm seeing here, they're not. That's just something somebody said and it got ran with. Because that's the thing. These claims that are 100% false will still get published in national media and they won't correct it.
Right.
Like, I've seen that a lot lately, and it's insane. But I don't know. I'm not. All I'm saying is, at this point, I'm sorry. If the place you work requires you to have a vaccine, then get it or don't have a job.
Right. Well, if COVID didn't have, the vaccine wasn't so sketchy, if you know what I mean.
See, I think
Because
when you do,
I think if everybody would have, I feel like if it's that great, you wouldn't have to force people to get it.
oh my God.
You know what I mean?
But the issue is, the people who you have to force to get it are the dumb fucks who are out here saying, COVID's making people grow tails and fall over dead and their lungs explode. Stuff that's not happening, but all these people are too goddamn stupid to figure out what the fuck is actually going on. Because if I showed you all the actual data, you'd go, oh, the COVID vaccine works and is actually really safe. Wow. Whoa. Wow. It went through all the same testing as every other vaccine that's ever existed?
I meant was we politicized it right off the bat.
And spread it a bunch of bullshit. So it doesn't have to be, it shouldn't have had to be forced. But one side, actually both sides got too stupid about it. One side hyped it up too much as this all-saving, all-glory bullshit. And the other side basically said it'll turn you into a fucking troll or you'll just die. So, don't get it. So, yeah, it's a very divisive topic because 90% of the population doesn't know what's going on.
It wasn't Donald Trump that said, oh, don't get the vaccine.
No, he just told you to drink bleach.
No, well, he literally said, that was before we had the vaccine, but when we got the vaccine, he said, get it. It's great. I got it.
Right.
And you know what the Democrats said? I don't know if we should be taking this vaccine. It came out under Donald Trump. I don't know if I would trust it.
And then now everybody's trying to hype it up like Biden got the vaccine out.
Democrats, but now it's a great thing.
Right.
So politics is why there's so much controversy with
100%
with what's going on with the vaccine. I think there's issues with the vaccine. I do. I think that there is,
just like with every other medicine ever invented.
Right, exactly, right.
But to me, this vaccine is no better or no worse than any other medicine. It's the exact same. It has the same odds of side effects. It has the same, it's fine. But people have just gotten misinformation about it a majority of the time. And now, yes, there are reasons not to get it. Like, it can cause infertility. That is a real thing. So, I get why you or Destiny wouldn't want it. To me, that doesn't matter. That is an actual thing that I will accept. But there's a lot of misinformation that nobody wants to do research on, and that annoys me. But as long as the government doesn't force it, then I couldn't care less. I agree. Now, the government mandating that all federal workers have to have it isn't new. Federal workers have to have every fucking vaccine. That's kind of how it works. So, if it's a vaccine that exists and has been FDA approved, federal workers have to get it. Look at the military. They have every vaccine, probably some we've never even heard of. So, yeah.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of things about the FDA approval stuff, you know, where it's like there's steps
And
that it's like not fully approved, if you know what I mean.
But it is fully
I'm
approved.
not an expert on that part, but I know I'm pretty sure there's specific parts of the COVID-19 vaccine that are approved, but it's not fully approved.
No, it's fully approved.
There's like a 5-year deal where they have to release, you know, the contents of, you know, what's in the COVID vaccines and blah, blah, blah.
Not a thing. That is also misinformation people want to spread, mostly because the people who are actually spreading that part are the ones who said, well, I'm not going to get it until it's FDA approved, and it got FDA approved, and they still don't want it.
And now they got to come up with a new excuse.
So they have to make something up. 100%. Because if you go to the FDA website and read the article they put out about approving it, it does not say that. I'll keep reading it, but it doesn't say anything about that. So, as far as...
I'm just curious about it.
But
because I've heard a lot about the...
But that's one of the biggest...
That's one of the involving and...
Yeah.
I will say it's one of the fastest FDA-approved vaccines ever.
It was fairly quick, yes. But it did everything it needed to for approval.
Right.
Because they tested it on 40,000 recipients. Well, technically only 20,000. 20,000 got the vaccine, 20,000 got the placebo, because that's how it works, because you need to test. Yeah. I'm trying to see... So ongoing safety monitoring, maybe there's something here. The FDA and CDC and have monitoring systems in place to ensure any safety concerns continue to be identified and evaluated in a timely manner. In addition, the FDA is requiring the company to conduct post-marketing studies to further assess. Don't know what the fuck those words are, but to further assess the vaccine, basically.
Right.
These studies will include an evaluation of long-term outcomes among individuals, but there's nothing more to the approval. It is still being monitored, just like every other medicine in the world. That's why you get ads every other day about, did you take this medicine? You could be entitled to blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, so that's, you know, and that's one thing about me. It's not just the COVID vaccine that I just don't like putting stuff into my body that I don't understand. Like, I will never understand what fully goes into a vaccine, what fully, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't even like taking ibuprofen.
Right.
Unless I am in serious amounts of pain, because honestly, I have no idea what the fuck's in ibuprofen. You know, I know there's shit in there makes me feel good.
Right.
If I'm hurting. But, you know, I don't know if I take an ample amount of ibuprofen over an extended period of time. I know that it can damage your liver and shit like that.
Right. See, for me, I'm very quick to take medicine. Like, if I get a headache, I down 4 Excedrin. Just done.
Right.
Like, if I feel a headache coming on, I'm taking medicine. Because... I mean, you can do all the research you want into it, but I mean, eventually I'm sure it's going to come out that the food we eat was bad for us and is what killed us, or the air we breathe is actually... Everything causes problems. I live by the idea that we're here for a very short time, and I don't want to be uncomfortable for the majority of it. But Spencer, so, yeah, there's no long-term problems that we know of yet from the shot, which means there aren't going to be long-term problems. Look up, like, when do long-term vaccine side effects normally show? It's within 6 weeks of receiving the vaccine is when it'll start to show side effects. So if you monitor 20,000 people, I mean, would it be possible? Sure. But now there's what? How many millions of people have the COVID vaccine? How many hundreds of millions? We would know. We should know what the long-term side effects are. If there aren't any, that means there are none. That's how that works. That's how it's worked with every other vaccine. I'll deal with a headache for like 5-6 hours before I even think about Advil or whatever. I hate taking medicine. My body will figure it out or I'll die. See, you guys are fine with being uncomfortable. I'm not.
See, I'm usually not. If I'm just a little uncomfortable, I can deal with it. It's not that big a deal. But I have a decent immune system. I know you do not.
Right. Mine's.
When you get sick, you're like sickly sick.
I have a great immune system until it fails. Because when it fails, I'm done. Right. I'm out. But or when it comes to headaches, if I get a headache, it's not just going to be, my head hurts a little. It's going to turn into a migraine. So that's why I take so many Excedrin, is because I'm avoiding what I know comes in a couple hours. You know? I've had enough headaches to realize how bad it gets for me and how I just don't want it. But I just don't care. If medicine's going to kill me, then it kills me. Whatever. Because again, I don't want to be uncomfortable. So if the medicine is killing me, I'll have Wunder take me out to the back of the shed.
Yeah.
So, yeah. We really ended up talking about COVID more than we talked about anything else on this episode. Did you realize?
It's kind of an ongoing thing.
Right.
Is important.
Right. So I had to look this up because somebody was telling me that you can't get the COVID vaccine if you had COVID for like 90 days. You have to wait 3 months. I was not happy with that. But then I actually looked it up. That's not a thing. You just have to be completely COVID-free to get the vaccine. You have to test negative with an actual test, not a rapid test. And then you can get it. Because I was like, man, it would really suck to have to wait 3 months after this and then to just get COVID again and not be able to get the vaccine, so I wouldn't be able to go on my trips next year. That would suck. Like I said earlier, I stopped taking flu shots in 2014 and haven't been sick since. Even if I get a runny nose or a sore throat, it only lasts like a day and I'm fine, so I just deal with it. See,
my illnesses usually don't last more than 24 hours.
See, my immune system normally just stops me from getting sick. But if I get sick, my immune system's gone. Like, it's not keeping me alive.
It's like, yeah, peace out, we tried.
Like, my immune system's just a wall. And if you break the wall, it doesn't try. Which is a little tough. But
they wave the white flag as soon as the walls have been breached.
Yeah. My lord, the walls have been breached. We surrender. That quick. Yeah. And honestly, I think that's why I haven't had COVID yet, is I have been exposed, but my body's done a great job of fighting it off before I get sick. Because if I get sick with COVID, it's probably going to put me on my ass for a while. I'm assuming.
I've seen the thing where they were talking about some people are just born with the ability to fight coronaviruses.
Right. Well, it's partially a thing of every disease, whether it's a virus or a regular disease, has carriers like that, where you don't get sick, but you can transfer COVID. Which,
like my girlfriend, she is a carrier for mono.
Really?
Yeah. Because remember when I had mono?
Yeah.
We made out with each other a lot before I knew I had mono, and she never got sick.
Interesting. Oh, Spencer ate a Flintstone gummy once, so he's safe forever. Fair.
Oh, yeah. But no, I'm pretty sure all the dirt and cat food I ate when I was younger kind of protects me from anything.
But I'm honestly just questioning if I'm just a carrier for COVID.
Could be. Like, and that's the thing about that is doesn't matter what your immune system is. If you're a carrier,
Yeah, you won't get symptoms. You don't get sick.
it's just like the bacteria in your gut. You know, everybody has bacteria in your gut that helps you digest. Right. You know, your body can coexist with the virus versus, you know, your body saying, "Oh shit," you know, red alert, let's start runny nose and fever to try and get rid of this.
Right. Spence, you don't want mono. It's bad. Wunder tried to die over it.
Yeah, for most people, it's not that bad. Most people didn't even know they fucking had it. But for some reason, mono is the one thing that my body is just like, nope, we don't like it. We're going to kill ourselves over it. Yeah. And what I was told is it wasn't the fact that mono itself was, you know, to necessarily blame. My body overreacted, basically. My immune system was overstimulated. So my body basically was attacking itself to kill this virus. So it's like, I'm going to kill this virus whether it kills everything else with it.
I'm going to kill this virus whether I go out with it or not.
Right.
Yeah, you could be a carrier too, Spence.
My body started attacking its own organs. It started attacking, you know, a lot of my muscle mass. And that was mainly because I hadn't eaten in 3 weeks, but
right.
Because I had strep throat and tonsillitis at the same time, and it swelled my throat, and it hurt so bad that I literally could not swallow water. I would have to put it in my mouth and then tilt my head backwards and let it run down my throat.
Interesting.
I went from 176 pounds, and in 2.5 weeks, I was down to 131 pounds.
Yeah, that's not good for you.
I lost a ton of weight, could not pick up a gallon of milk. I had to have help going up the stairs. And one time I went in because I was tired. I came into my room to take a nap and I fell asleep. And the next thing I know, I woke up to Mom shaking my shoulder and I was like, "What?" She's like, "Oh, thank God you're alive." I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "I contemplated coming in here for a long time because I thought you might be dead." I was like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "It's been 24 hours. I'm like, "No, it hasn't. It's only been a couple hours." She's like, "No, it's been 24 hours. She's like, "It's tomorrow."
Jesus.
I'm like, oh shit. No wonder I have to pee so bad.
Apparently, Spencer might be a carrier for COVID too. His sister and his husband and kids had it and came to visit, and he never got sick. And he just corrected it, and he goes, "her husband," just in case that wasn't clear, because that's exactly how it was written. My sister and husband. Okay, I didn't know that, Spence. All right.
You know, you could put an apostrophe S, sister's husband.
Right. Well, it was supposed to be like my sister and her husband and kids, but yeah.
Left out a step that's a major phrasing.
You left out a major part of that. But all right, we should probably wrap this up. We've been talking for 2 hours.
Yeah, I'm gonna get ready and head into town and get some practice games in for pool. And
you're doing pool. Let me know when you get home. Maybe we'll video game.
Okay, sounds good.
Alrighty, man.
I should be home soon. Honestly, there's 4 of us. Each of us have to play 4 games. So
yeah, that could take a while because there's only one pool table.
Well, it'll take an hour and a half probably. Right. Maybe a couple hours.
All right, man. Well, thank you for coming on.
Yeah.
You have a good evening.
Yeah, you too. Peace.
Later. All right, chat. Thanks for hanging out, but I'm out. I'm over it. We talked about COVID too much. This one's probably getting shut down by YouTube, but whatever. Yeah, that'll do it for me. So, thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace. Bye, Spencer.